Cruiser and Stanley in the ruck. Stanley's been given the nod back into the team this week as the main ruckman, and a nice palm down in the Dangerfield direction. Gathers, goes, gets it long, and has kicked a monster.
I'll take that in your stats of 2 of 28 or whatever it was that was brought up earlier in the week. I mean, look at that, from a clear tap out and gets open space.
I'll tell you, the other thing you'd be loving if you were Chris Scott and the Geelong people is Reece Stanley. You want to see a response from him. You want to see him lock away his spot. Big, aggressive leap at the centre bounce. Get the ball moving your way. It doesn't have to be pretty. That's silver service.
Gets it around the body in the Ratagalia direction. And Ratagalia got up high. He's eligible for the NAB Rising Star, but he won't be in the top 10 because he hasn't been nominated. And he bends that around to perfection. That's the breeze at work.
The footy a couple times. Ratagalia there launching and looked like he was going to have to extend his arms in such a big pack to be able to take the mark, but went with the chest and had been able to create enough separation that Casbolt wasn't able to get over the top.
It's a dangerous forward group. You got Ablett now out of the goal square. You got Rowan back.
Dangerfield thumps it long and strong. Here we go, right to the goal square. Good battle going on. Casbolt gets pushed out of it. Here's Tui. What a goal! Zach Tui kicks a beauty for the Cats.
Geelong defence for a long time. And clearly they see something in him that says he's capable of playing forward as well. And he'd be a dangerous proposition, ball in hand. I haven't really seen a hell of a lot to indicate that he's got great forward sense and nous, but he did a very nice job on this occasion. Mind you, I don't think he'd be thrilled with the pressure.
He might have the journey with the win, maybe if he was on the other side of the ground. He's going to give it a hoist to the top of the square. Off hands, it's a goal. It's a beautiful goal. And Dangerfield was just in position 1A, front and centre.
Cripps is his opponent. It's his one-on-one opponent. Cripps lets him go. And Patrick Cripps had an outstanding year, but he's getting his bum handed to him early in this game, Nick Revolt.
He is. These are the sort of matchups that we want to see coming into the contest, isn't it? So Geelong would have been asking the question in the pre-game, what do we do with Patrick Cripps?
Then he's jumped on through that traffic. Walsh tries to extract it. Then he ran into a jam and he ran into a holding the ball decision. Some kind advice. If you have a prior opportunity, you must dispose of it. As Kelly kicks it straight through the middle and the Cats have their fifth.
He stretched 12 to 9. That's usually where you get field position from, is the free kick. So that's the prior opportunity. So he gets his arms free, doesn't dispose of the ball. Good decision.
Dominant early, they hit back hard.
Cruz with a tap. Narkle sharks the ball though. Ratagalia, Ablett! That's all it takes. A little bit of space and the little master makes you pay.
A little bit. See, working in tight. The key is he's on the move, so he just stays involved, keeps tracking the footy. That's just great ball hunting. There's a reason he's been able to win so much of the footy over the years. He's just never out of the contest. Sharp hands from Ratagalia too.
It's getting just a little bit ugly here at the moment from a Carlton perspective. We can't find a winner in the forward 50 for probably 2 goals too many, but we're going to have a crack at it in a moment. It's swung around.
I don't know if there's ever a case for kicking against the first quarter though. As Narkle bounces away from them, spears it towards goal, and it carries. Ridiculous and beautiful at the same time.
Able to kick goals as well, so that'll be putting a smile on Chris Scott's face. No question about this. There's 2 stoppage goals as well. Ablett's was a stoppage goal. Simpson lost touch with Ablett on that occasion, and then look at the class from Narkle.
The confidence to have a bounce in the wet too.
This is the last home game for the Cats for the year as Buse pumps it back to Dangerfield. 3 grabs. He's putting on a clinic.
He is putting on a clinic, right? He's a
6-time All-Australian, Brownlow winner. He's got another All-Australian this year for sure. He might have another Brownlow. And he's putting on a masterclass. Here's Paddy.
Look at the wind hit this. It starts at tumbling end over end, so the players were set up almost on the wing to try and get on the end of it. It fell about 30 metres short, so not really expecting the turnover that quickly.
He had no right to mark it either. He's in the wrong
position. Out there at the moment. He bends it back towards Dangerfield. Almost collects the bounce. He knocked it to Dalhouse. just to parlay that point about them having to win this game for top two. The Cats, they're going to play. They've only missed the finals twice in the last 16 seasons now, but they've only won 3 of their last 11 finals. So it's what happens next for the Cats. They have to do something today. Literally got every blue on the ground ahead of him, and he puts it to a guy who is in range. That was clever. He didn't try. Mitch Duncan, nearly All-Australian, but never. Nearly best and fairest, but never. But he is a big star of this team, and they need him firing, and he fires there.
Decided to kick it long and strong to the top of the square. There's Gary. It's drifted in his direction. Well, he kicked it in the end with the breeze to where Gary Ablett wanted it, and that's why he called for it. And he will go back. You can see the angle. There he plays on now. Everyone was asleep except for him. And that cannot be the way it works if you're a Carlton person. And Gary slots it through on the left foot. Just
the composure of Gary Ablett there, the way he thought through that situation, that's a really good mark. You can see he turns his body just to protect the drop zone that little bit extra. And then just, which way's the wind going? Okay, the quick little toss in the air. Now I know. Everyone's sleeping. Bang.
You know that...
2, 1. Mark! Umpire gives him a little bit of a hurry up. Comes in. The margin is 45 points to make it 51 at half-time. He just caresses it through with the wind behind him. Zach Tui's got his second. And Geelong Football Club at home.
Pigeon slipped up to Dalhouse from Kelly, and he goes to Ablett. Off for my latest trick. It bends, and you just can't keep a great man down. House long and wide. He goes to Stanley, playing out of the goal square, and he slides into it nicely.
Debated the ruck position a lot over the last.
He's got a few options. Zach Smith, emergency in this game. They've got Darcy Fort, but when Reece Stanley's good, he's as good as they've got, and he slots it. Of happening, really. Parfitt around the body to grind. Myers called to play on, takes off, wanted his right foot, didn't get it. Guthrie wants his left, does get it, and gets the goal.
Haven't got one. I'll go inside. Guthrie said, well, I'll show you how you do it. Bang. That's the modern day player, the young player coming in, Ruby. They just love for him as their long-term coach.
Ablett, another clearance, heads into the Radaglia direction. He knocks it down to Dalhouse, and he spends it beautifully. Bit of perfection from the Cats there.
Doesn't get all beaten all that often, Blitzars.
Narkle gets his way out of traffic, through a couple, slung, got it to Myers somehow. Hit the belly of the ball, it floats, and it floats over Silvani's head.
There's your left foot, Gary.
Yes. The one. He's continuing to grow in front of our eyes. That is a left foot. Ungainly but effective, so he has got one. But Narkle just keeps getting better and better. With confidence, just the strength to stand up in multiple tackles there.
The composure too. The composure when you're actually getting slung. Just to wait till the sling of or the movement of the tackle.
Yep. 6 minutes 50 left on the clock for season 2019 for the Blues. And Dalhouse kicks his third goal, and he's enjoying his last quarter here at GMHBA Stadium for the season. Decides to go back inside the last 2 minutes now. Parfitt bombs it long. Guess who?
Oh.
Guess who?
It's a big day.
On a cold, wet day, hard tackles, strong marking, and a chance to kick 4 goals, 3 if he puts this through. He comes in. The kick is on its way. That's 4 for one of the best players of his generation, Patrick Dangerfield. Well played.